So 2016's La La Land received an inordinate amount of praise on first release.
Everyone is talking about.
So much so that when the now infamous Oscar mix-up happened, audiences were almost happy to see the film taken down a peg. And as time wears on, public opinion seems to regard La La Land less and less as a piece of innovative filmmaking, and more so as another self-congratulatory Hollywood movie. Which it definitely is. But with the film's third anniversary approaching, I think it's time to reevaluate why the film received as much praise as it did, which isn't so much about the story, but about how the film's cinematography is used for storytelling. Specifically, since the advent and widespread use of Technicolor in film, color has been an integral part of filmmaking. From a practical standpoint, color helps wide shots distinguish a focal point above background noise, and can help direct audiences to signs of significance without the use of score or dialogue. Beyond that, color can denotate cultural signifiers, they can heighten emotions of the character, or even enable fantasy sequences. But where La La Land innovates is by progressively changing color groups. We go from primary colors to intermediate colors, and finally, a darkened, almost chiaroscuro style. Each color group signifies different valuations of success, but more on that later. During Mia and Sebastian's second meeting at a glamorous party in the Hollywood Hills, you can first see the coding of color. Both are dressed in primary colors, Mia in yellow and blue, and Sebastian in red and yellow. This is because each are enabling a materialistically successful persona, Sebastian with a commercial gig, and Mia acting as a Hollywood socialite in hopes of furthering her career from networking. However, it's important to note that their focus on this materialism is not equal. In the next scene, Sebastian abandons his primary colors, yet Mia is seen in all three: yellow dress, red bag, blue shoes. Mia chases the acceptance of Hollywood because she equates that acceptance with performative success. However, Sebastian, the true blue hipster that he is wholly uninterested in materialism outside of his club venue, opting to desaturate entirely from life instead of risking failure from trying within it. Later, as Mia and Sebastian begin to change, we see primary colors replaced by intermediate colors like green and purple. These colors represent a different external fulfillment, that of romance and love found from another person. At our midpoint, in a single choice, Mia dressed in green turns her back on the pursuit of materialistic Hollywood. She rushes past a final red glowing light and off into the melded purple night. But this type of success is unsustainable. Mia and Sebastian grow apart, with them colors bleed and desaturate. Their romance has led both from their dreams, further from an independent happiness. And finally, our twist in the third act is the character's realization that contentment can only come from internal fulfillment. Mia attends her audition, without glamour, without love, left alone with only her drive and passion. This moment mirrors scenes throughout the film as Mia and Sebastian perform. Colors darken and disappear. In this moment, what's important to Mia is not landing a role in Hollywood, but doing so on her own terms. For Sebastian, it doesn't matter if you have hundreds of fans screaming your name, if what they scream your name for isn't something you're passionate about. And most vitally, that it doesn't matter that a relationship makes you feel safe and supported and loved, if holding on to it means you have to forgo part of your own identity and ambition. Only in the instance where you give all and hold none back, only then can you be content.
You gotta give it everything you got. Everything. It's your dream.
And this is what makes the final reprieve so beautiful and heartbreaking. We see the entire color spectrum shown, as the sequence symbolizes a fantasy where materialism, romance, and independence can coexist, thrive, and be shared. A perfect mixture of glamour, tenderness, and passion that dampens our spirits because we understand how unattainable the balance we are watching is. and how happiness will always come at the expense of compromise, no matter how vivid the colors we leave behind are. You don't go to the Louvre to see modern art, just as much as you can't go to a Katy Perry concert and come away disappointed that you didn't get to see a 5-piece string symphony. La La Land wasn't a film intended to push narrative boundaries or tell any new type of story. Instead, what I hope the world remembers La La Land for was telling the same simple, overspun story in a new and visually enthralling way.